Welcome to the best gambling show on the internet, and I can now say the fastest growing show on the internet. And it's just been all because of you guys. But most importantly, people love money. No one will ever say, "Oh, I don't like money." No one will ever say that. This show is growing because people like money and because my subscribers hit that like button and subscribe. I appreciate it, guys. Seriously, I really appreciate it. Now we're going to get to the teasers this week, and this is something that this show, we're just sharks with. We kill Vegas with the teasers. I love the teasers as an invention. I got a pretty big list, so you can pick and choose. If you don't like one, then fine, put another one on. So the first one I'm going to go with, I'm going to make that +3, Las Vegas to +10. And Las Vegas is just a team we've been riding. We rode them last year. We've already rode them this year to money, and I don't see any reason why that's going to change. Now, the Bills are looking good. Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs might be the most dynamic combination in the league at this very moment. But you have to look at the Bills' weaknesses, and I still keep coming back to, I don't know if I would bet this Bills team to be able to stop the run. I'm going to be just completely honest with it. You can't really judge them against the Jets and Dolphins guys. So I think Jacobs gets it going. If Jacobs doesn't play, then take this off the list, but he will play from all indication. And this Las Vegas defense, yes, they got problems in the secondary, but they are getting a good pass rush, and they are getting better linebacking play. I think the +10 is pretty safe. Next game. This one's going to rub some people the wrong way, but make that Philly +7, make that a +14. I'm not saying this is Peterson's job on the line, but aren't we getting to the point where it's his reputation on the line? How long can you walk around and say, "Oh, Nick Foles won me a Super Bowl"? Like, at the end of the day, this league is every Sunday. Your credibility is tested. Your reputation is put on the line. And I think the Eagles respond. I'm not saying they're coming in to San Fran and winning, but this isn't the same thing as San Francisco beating the living hell out of the New York Giants. Philadelphia has talent. Philadelphia has pride. And I think Wentz will make some plays. Is that enough to win? I don't think so. But is it enough to cover +14? Yeah. I believe so. But keep looking at the 49ers injury report and make your judgment off that. Next game, we got Miami against Seattle. I'm going to make that 6.5 for Miami. I'm going to turn that into 13.5. Miami at home is really all I need to say. But when you got Ryan Fitzpatrick, you have a certain amount of inspiration. You have a lot of toughness. And then whenever you look at Miami throughout the years, they've always been a very good second half team at home. And I think that continues this game. Don't start sweating if you go into halftime and the Seahawks are up 17-3, because we've seen Flores make adjustments, and we've seen Ryan Fitzpatrick and Devontae Parker get rhythm at different times, especially in the second half. So I think that matchup against a Seattle defense that can't rush the passer will be quite good. And I know Jamal Adams is balling out, and I want to tip my cap to him, and that's fine, but I still think there's holes and weaknesses to exploit in the Seahawks secondary, especially because, I repeat it, they can't get a pass rush, and that's normally how teams beat the living hell out of Miami, because Miami can't really run the ball that much, so every time Fitzpatrick throws it, he's getting hit. But I think the pass rush will be under control, and I think Fitzpatrick will be able to put up points. The Seahawks have a great offense. This is the best offense Russell America Wilson has had in his career. Let's be realistic about it, and I have been, and we have been winning money due to that offense on the Seahawks. But let's pump the brakes a little bit and give Flores and company a lot of credit. There's no big name on the Miami defense that's going to get you like, yeah, let's go. Like, there's no big name that's going to get you pumped up and confident. But as a unit, they play quite well together. I would make a comparison of, let's say, that Pittsburgh defense of 2 years ago with Tomlin. It's not sexy, doesn't have great players, but they play well as a unit. Next game, we got the Saints. They're on the road to Detroit. I'm going to change that -4 for New Orleans to +3. And I think New Orleans wins this game, and I don't think I need to give you guys too big an explanation for that. And listen, I've liked what I've seen out of Detroit on offense. Now they're going to move Adrian Peterson to the future back, so I think that will help Matty Stafford. They got some pretty good receivers for Matty Stafford, but Detroit's just a really bad coach team. At the end of the day, Matt Patricia is Matt Patricia. That Detroit defense is that Detroit defense. That Detroit defense can't stop the pass, and they can't stop the run. How the hell are you going to beat the Saints, especially if Mike Thomas comes back? How? Someone please explain to me how that will happen. Next game. Thursday night. I want to give you something to nibble on Thursday night. Because I know you guys love playing Thursday night. This is a week you probably should sit out. It's not like a definite pick like my Miami pick over the Jacksonville Jaguars last week. I mean, it's always good to get money on Thursday, but we can't be greedy. We can't be that little fat kid sticking his hand in the cookie jar, because eventually that fat hand's going to get caught. But with the teasers, I see an opportunity. Jets +8. And anything with the Jets is dangerous. I'm going to be honest about it. You could go either way here. You can go Broncos +7 or Jets +8. I'm more inclined to go with the Jets here. And there isn't a lot of science. I just think this is going to be a close game, and I'm not really sold on the Broncos' new quarterback. That first they were hyping up Driscoll. Now we're getting some guy Ripien or Mark Rippin, and I'm just not sold on it overall. And with all the Denver hype in the offseason, you guys remember me? Did I ever fall for it? Did I ever tell you Drew Lock was the future of the Broncos franchise? No, I didn't say anything like that. So even with Drew Lock, this would be an iffy game for the Broncos at this point. I think the Jets will keep it close. But I understand if you want to just tear that out and just throw it away. Next game, and a team we've been riding all year. I hit Tampa Bay on the money line last week. I'm going to go Tampa Bay, and I'm going to make that -7. I'm going to make it even, because at home, with the humidity, with Tom Brady, with that offense, Tampa Bay is going to win that game. And you put Todd Bowles against a young quarterback, and say what you will about Todd Bowles as a head coach, but this man knows how to be a defensive coordinator. He knows how to keep his defense disciplined. And also Tampa Bay's getting a pretty decent pass rush. So I think that will make a huge difference against Herbert and this Chargers offense. This Chargers offense really needs to run the rock, but there's some big dudes in that Tampa Bay front seven, and that 3-4 run fit scheme with Todd Bowles normally works to perfection against the run. We saw what it did to Christian McCaffrey last year. So when you're looking at this game, it's just about the only reason why you wouldn't want to take this game at even for Tampa Bay to win on the teaser is if you have questions about Brady and the rhythm of this offense. But last week against a pretty good Denver defense, we saw them get rhythm. We saw them get symbiosis. We saw some great throws in the red zone from Mr. Brady again. So, yes, Tampa Bay, pick them. They're gaining rhythm. They're gaining traction. They're just playing. They're having fun out there. I think that's the best thing about Tampa Bay. They come out there, they have fun. You would think it was like a different sport, like NBA or soccer, where it's just a dream team of studs just coming out there and having fun. That's what Tampa Bay is doing, and they're gaining rhythm as this year goes on. The next game, now be risky with this. My Minnesota Vikings +4, +4.5, depending on your spread. I'm going to make that 11.5 against the Texans. The Vikings can't stop anyone. I'm gonna start with that. They have not stopped anyone on defense, and I don't see anything getting better in that department. But what did get better was Kirk Cousins' performance last week, and he finally started throwing to Justin Jefferson and using Kyle Rudolph. Thielen's not good enough to carry a whole team by himself, nor is Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins can't just focus in on one receiver. He needs to matriculate that ball around, and I think that will come up spades for the Vikings this game. And I think Deshaun Watson is damn good, and you always have to be a little bit gun shy when you bet against that man. That man is serious. That man is not playing. He is not a joke. But you want to know what is a joke? This Texans organization, Bill O'Brien. I'm not saying Mike Zimmer's the best coach in the league or even a top 10 coach at this point. He's really lost control of the Vikings. But when you look at this coaching battle, you have to take Zimmer over Bill O'Brien, and it's just all the mess and nastiness that's come out of Houston this past year and a half, 2 years. And then I have to ask another question. Okay, the way teams have been attacking the Vikings this year, they've been attacking the Vikings through the run. The Vikings can be pounded. They don't have Linval. They don't have Pierce. They've lost other players in that interior. But I don't trust the Texans to pound the living hell out of the Vikings. So one thing the Vikings can do on defense, one of the few things they can do, is rush the passer. And I think that will help. And Eric Kendricks will be on the running backs, and that will hurt Deshaun Watson because Deshaun Watson loves the safety blanket of a running back underneath. He won't have that. He'll have to push it downfield. And I don't really like these Texans wide receivers. Everyone's telling me Brandon Cooks is good still. Seriously, people are telling me Brandon Cooks is good still. So that speaks for itself. So let me go through these again. I got Las Vegas plus 10, Philly plus 14, Miami plus 13.5, the New Orleans Saints plus 3, the Jets plus 8. I understand if you want to take that off, but I do want to give you guys some action on Thursday night. Tampa Bay even. I love that one. And then we got Mini plus 11. Subscribe. Hit that like button. Share the videos. This is the best gambling show on YouTube, and I have the best comment section on sports YouTube pages. My comment section is lit. Subscribe, hit the like button, share the videos. Let's get this money.